Right, morning everybody. It is Friday morning and we're good to go. Live classes assembled and yeah, we're ready for it. So we're going to finish things off for this week with this class, pulling everything together. This is going to be a good one. I like this. We've got, this is where we do that big circuit. I think it's a brilliant circuit. We've got a warm up, we've got a little stretch out, and then hopefully twice through this circuit with a little ab break in between. An ab break? An ab interval, let's go with that. But yeah, I think this is a brilliant circuit, really effective, hard work, plenty of fun, all those things. Warm up, and then we're in. Okay, team, so you don't need your dumbbells for the warm up, but we're going in 5. We're starting with a little jog on the spot. Are you ready? Jogging on the spot for 30 seconds, away we go. So, easy warm up, easy start to this warm up. Jogging on the spot. Okay. It's actually bright daylight outside. I can't bring myself to open the curtains and be seen by the rest of the crescent. Alright, so we're going to jog this out on the spot here, 10 seconds left, and then we're going into a squat to press. You don't need dumbbells for this, just doing a bodyweight squat to press. Get ready. Alright, there's our change. So feet down, squat to press high. Alright, so I want to see that squat movement. Bending at the knees, hips back, spine in neutral. So it's not a deadlift, it's a squat. Powering up through those legs. Right, 5 seconds left. I'm going to bring a bit more burn into this by changing to a plunger. All right, so that's squat, but step back into a lunge. So back to the squat, step back into the lunge. Now this is the warm up, so I'll let you go fairly shallow in this squat if you like. You can come all the way up in between. But the idea with plunger, which is in the circuit, is that you go deep and you stay low, bringing that burn into here. There. Last few seconds. Then we're going into a deadlift. There's your change. So deadlift here, we hinge forwards from the waist and hinge all the way back up. Right, so this is now different from a squat. So the knees are soft, but that movement comes from here, from the hips. We hinge and we power up using that posterior chain of muscles, glutes, hamstrings, through the length of the back. So make sure that looks different and feels different to a squat. All right, going back through these 4 movements again, jogging on the spot, go. Right, wind it up. Drive with those arms. 10 seconds. So going into a squat to press after this. Deeper than you did before. So that squat movement, go. Squat down, reach high. All right, so preparing those legs for what's to come. And what's to come is a burn for those legs. Oh. So warm them up, set them up. Talking of burn, you're going into a plunger next, so perhaps going a little bit lower than you did before. Plunger from the squat, step back into that lunge. So you can choose your range of movement. The deeper you go, the more of a burn. Checking that alignment. Or you could keep it high, perhaps do this quicker and make it more like a cardio kind of movement. That works as well. Deadlift after this. All right, deadlift, set up, hinge from the waist. Oops, hinge from the waist, there. So if you were doing this with a barbell, the barbell would travel down, past the knee, down the shins, there. All right, so this is the position that you're coming down to. Different from a squat where we've got the knees more bended. Bended? I knew that was going to come out wrong. All right, last few seconds here. All right, there's time. Take this down into a long runner's lunge. So get yourself down on the floor, long runner's lunge. So one leg back, like a lengthened, exaggerated sprinter stance. So we're just going to stretch things out gently here, breathing into this long, lengthened stance. Other hand can support on the knee as one supports on the floor. Nice. Good. All right, that back leg, pop the knee down on the floor, lift up and reach high. Good, open out through that hip. Good, bring it back around. Hands on the floor, knee goes back, forearms down, push up into a plank position. It's a plank position, wake up those abs. All right, wakey, wakey. Get ready to work. Plank position. 3, 2, 1, knees come down. Whichever way you did the runner's lunge a moment ago, switch it over. Which way was it? That way, there we go. So we got the other foot forward now. Runner's lunge, other way around. Make sure you've switched. Good, so aware of areas that feel tight, areas of restriction. If you can breathe some movement into those areas, not forcing it, but just allowing it to loosen up. All right, that leg that's back, knee goes down, lift up, stretch high into that hip flexor reach. Good, take it back to the floor, the knee goes back, forearms go back down and into plank position. All right, good. 3, 2, 1. Knees go down, roll it over onto your back. Quick ab, warm up, knees come up into tabletop position. Head and shoulders lift up high. If that pulls on the neck, tuck the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck, or you could support the weight at the head, but you'll not be able to do the hundreds movement. Arm by the sides, hovering off the floor, beat the arms up and down. So hundreds, this is where we beat the arms 100 times. Legs can stay in tabletop, lift the head and shoulders a little bit higher. All right, so again, if you're struggling here with that pulling on the neck, just support the weight at the head here. Allow the elbows to travel wide. See if you can untension that neck. But everybody else, beating the arms. If this is easy, if this is easy, how shall I finish the sentence? If this is easy, lengthen the legs. There you go. You could pop them into an L shape. You could switch legs. You could take it back to the tabletop position. We're at 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Lower everything down, feet flat on the floor, lift up the hips. All right, so if 100's worth of the muscles down the front, into the muscles down the back, hips, glutes, hamstrings, lower back. I thought, could we do hundreds in this position? And I just felt stupid kind of flapping the arms here. So I thought, arms on the floor, hips up high. Lift the toes on one foot and the heel on the other. Got that? Switch it over. So toes on one foot lifted, heel on the other. It's like you're doing a little walk out. Okay, and keep that going, but speed it up. So you're like walking with the ankles. Make sense? Lifting the toes, lifting the heels, lift the hips back up high. So the hips stay high. Walking out through that lower leg. You'll feel it works into the shins. Ooh, it works those muscles around the ankle and the foot. Well, that's kind of funny. Keep it going. So this is the equivalent of hundreds, but lying on your back. I'm not going to do 100 of these. I reckon we'll do about 50. Keep it going. Like mini walking movements with the ankle. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down, knees come back up into tabletop. Head and shoulders can lift or they can stay on the floor. I don't mind this time. And then double leg extension. Stretch out those legs. Stretch out that lower leg that you've just been working. We're going into the circuit after this. Double leg extension to get that stretch, to get the legs ready for the circuit. 10 exercises, 40 seconds on each one, and a generous 10 seconds to change in between exercises. So make those 40 seconds count. We're starting out with a squat to knee drive. 3, 2, this is finishing this off. 1, lower down, make your way back up to the floor, back up to the floor, back up to standing. All right, and we're starting out with our circuit. I'll give you a moment to get ready. So we're kicking off with squat to knee drive. So we squat down, power up with that knee drive. So I want a strong squat and a powerful knee drive. That's going to get the heart rate up and bring that burn. And then we go through the rest of the circuit. All right, it'll take me just a moment to set this timer up. So we're looking at 40-second intervals. And you get 10 seconds to change. Awfully generous. And there's 10 intervals, right? That's me done. Team, are you ready? We're going in 5. Squat to knee drive. Set up. Ready? And go. Squat to knee drive. 40 seconds. All right, so you can make this as challenging as you like, whatever's appropriate for you today. So you could go really deep into that squat and quick with these movements, maintaining form. Or if it's going to work better for you, keep that squat a little bit shallower. Breathing deeply. Find that intensity of work that's right and just maintain that intensity there. Either way, 5 seconds left to finish this. You then got 10 seconds to set up for the next one, which is side lunges. There's time. So side lunges. So from feet together, we lunge out to the side, back together, out to the side, back together. Go. Side lunges, so alternating sides. You can see the body weight stays over that standing leg. And we just lunge out to the side. Alignment of that knee in line with the toes. Now you could come up tall on each one like I'm doing here, or you could keep it low. Oh, that's really going to bring that burn into those quads. All right, so side lunges, feel that stretch in the adductors, those inner thigh muscles. Last 5 seconds, we're going to be using the dumbbells next. We've got that kneeling combination. All right, there's your time. So we're kneeling with the dumbbells, shoulder press. Set up. Go. Oh, nice live class. Good stuff. All right, that was a slick, smooth transition. Good. Excellent. All right, keep this going. So our combination here, 40 seconds on one knee with shoulder press, 40 seconds on the other with bicep curls. That classic combination I feel works so well. Open through the hip. And we're not done with the legs just yet. This is just a little interval. Last few seconds. Change knees. So from here you're going into that curl up, kick forwards, back and down. Get ready. Go. All right, shoulders stay down. Open through that hip. All right, so those muscles down the front of the thigh, hip flexor muscles, such a tendency to shorten and tighten up. So consistently doing this hip flexor opening stretch, just keeping that range of movement through the hip. Last 10 seconds here, then we're back up on our feet, back into legs. We've got plunger, bringing that burn, and then we've got deadlift. Ready? There's our change. So up we go. You could keep the dumbbells if you want. I think body weight is enough for squat to lunge. This is plunger. Are we ready? Go. So this is that one where I said we can keep it low. Again, you choose your intensity. So in this circuit then we've got squat with a knee drive. We've got those side lunges. You've got this plunger and you've got deadlift. So all of those movements to work those leg muscles. I was going to put them all back to back, but so I'll put that nice little kneeling stretch in there just to break it up. And then we've still got the rest of the circuit. Deadlift coming up after this with the weights. There's our change. So re-find those dumbbells. Deadlift. Hinge from the waist. Drive up high. Go. Right, so this is a powerful movement. And even though we've most likely got light weights, we can still make it work, still make it effective. Bringing that functionality to that hip joint, that core stability required to keep the back strong, and that awareness of form and movement. Last 8 seconds here. On the mat after this, we're going into press-ups. There's our change. All right, down for press-ups. So we did loads of these on Wednesday. Set up. 40 seconds of press-ups. Go. So 3 intervals left after this. Okay, choosing the intensity that's right for you. So keep these press-ups going. After this, we're into the abs, alternating toe touches. So this is lying on your back, legs up to the vertical, alternating toe touches. After this, there's our change. Roll it over. All right, knees up to tabletop, legs extended, fingertips support the weight of the head, alternating toe touches. Reach up towards the toes, lower back down, reach back up, touching with the other arm, or reaching with the other arm, touching with the toes, touching with the toes, touching with the fingertips to the toes. Any combination of those body parts. Abs working. Alright, going back to the arms after this, going into tricep dips, all the favourites. Told you it was a good circuit. There's your change. Bring it up. Hands on the floor. You could keep the bum on the floor and just do this movement here, or lift up, tricep dips, that's us away. Alright, tricep dips, shoulders down, don't be hunching the shoulders up. Chest open, don't be rounding through the shoulders. There you go. Alright, one more interval left after this, going back into the abs, crisscross after this. Oh, those triceps had better be burning. Feel that. So time, crisscross to finish the circuit. Set up. Alright, good reps here. Go crisscross, one leg extends, elbow to opposite knee, bring it back in. Alright, so we are doing this circuit again. Plenty of leg work with those squat knee drives, plungers, side lunges, deadlifts. There's some abs in here as well. And there's the upper body movements too, so it hits everything. All right, you know an intensity that's right for you. So next time through, you can really hit it in a way that's going to work best for where you're at. Change the movements if they're really not going to serve you well, if something else is going to be more helpful. There's time. All right. Now we could just relax here, or we could bring the knees back up to tabletop. Bring the arms to the sides, head and shoulders lift back up, and beating the arms in hundreds. All right, so we beat the arms, head and shoulders lifted. Active recovery. Engage those core muscles. Good. Deepen that abdominal work. Breathe. Maybe you want to float the legs up to the vertical. Or maybe you want to scissor the legs. Can we do that? Can we coordinate that leg scissor with the beating of the arms? Just about. That's a bit much for a Friday. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet go down, lift the hips. Hips high, arms relax now. Toes lift on one foot, heel on the other. Switch. Keep that movement going, speed it up. hip bridge with a walkout. Good, hips stay high. Nice. Keep it going, keep it going. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down to the floor, bring the knees back up. Head and shoulders can relax on the floor now. Double leg extension, stretch out those legs. All right, so we've got this circuit to run through. Once more, 10 reps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, you've got a few moments, get yourself back up on your feet. All right, we're reset here. Okay. Ooh. All right, we better get moving. It's 7:52. We got time for this. Grab a quick drink if you've got it. Our team set up for this circuit. You know what it feels like? Get ready to work hard. Starting with squat, knee drive. Going in 5. All right then team, let's do this. Squat to knee drive. Ready, we're away. Squat with that knee drive. So last circuit of the week. Making it count. Yes, nice live class. Good. All right, and if you're doing this as a recording, I obviously can't see you, but I want to be able to feel that energy coming across. So come on, wind this up. So you're in this just as much as everybody else. 5 seconds left. Going into those side lunges after this. There's our change. So we've got 10 seconds to set this up. We go out to the side and bring it back. Standing tall at the top or keeping it low. Either way, go. I'm never quite sure what to do with the arms on this. They could just stay here. They could kind of reach to that supporting knee. They could reach down towards that ankle. Yeah, that kind of works. Either way though, the back stays strong. I quite like that rotation through the torso, but without rounding through the back. See what I mean? So the back stays strong as you do this side lunge. Into that kneeling combination after this. Kneeling shoulder press coming up. There's your change. Kneeling hip flexor. Back is up straight, ready for shoulder press. Go. Breathe. So as if the back is flat against the wall, the arms moving in that same plane. Oh, definitely working the whole body here. Oh, and that heart rate stays high. Kind of still got that out of breath feeling. I think that's what happens when you work all those different muscle groups. Everything's in demand. There's our change, so change knees. Hip flexor stretch on the other side. Shoulders down, open through the chest. Bicep curl with the kick out. 40 seconds. I think you guys can hear that interval timer now, can't you? I think we resolved that issue. So you can hear that change. I can't believe it took me like 3 years of doing these classes to realise that nobody could hear that. Oh dear. 10 seconds left. Bicep curl with that kick out. Back on our feet after this, bringing that burn with plunger. And up. Why is this called plunger? Not quite sure. Ready, set up. So we go down into the squat, step back into the lunge. Go. So again, choosing the appropriate depth. Making sure that we're working these legs and not just loading up too much pressure on the knees. So the better your alignment, the more it is that the muscles are taking the strain. So that knee tracks behind the toes. So we sat down into that squat. Got deadlift after this, so there's our change, deadlift. Carefully up with the weights. So deadlift, stand tall, shoulders back. Deadlift from the waist. So making sure it's not a squat. There, that's the position we come down to. Drive up from there. So that alignment from, well, kind of like from the tailbone through to the top of the head is exactly the same standing as it is in deadlift. So the alignment of the spine is the same, right through to the top of the head. That moves back up as a unit with that hinge from the waist. Down on the floor after this, we're into press ups. There's the change. All right, dumbbells can go down, we're finished with them. Set up for press ups, we're not finished yet with these. Ready, go. So the last few intervals. Toe touches after this. There's the change. Rolling over, onto your back. Home straight here. Legs to the vertical, fingertips supporting the weight of the head. Toe touches. Right team, so this is it. Last few intervals to finish this first week of March. 3 classes done this week. Good. Bringing that work into those abs. Getting that rotation at the top. Legs lengthened. Oh, we've got dips after this. Legs come down. Sitting up. Oh, tricep dips. Here we go. Right, we can do this. Set up. Go. All right, tricep dips. It doesn't take a huge movement here to get that work. The movement comes from the elbow. Flexing at the elbow. Extending, using the muscles of the upper arm. There's only a small movement in that upper arm, as in at the shoulder. Oh, that's a horrible burn. Crisscross after this. There it is. Oh, that change couldn't come soon enough. Right, last interval, crisscross, knees up to tabletop, head and shoulders lifted, elbows wide. Get ready, final 40 seconds, go. Right team, finish off with this. I think this is going to take us to 8 o'clock. So it's this to finish. You can spend longer stretching in your own time after this, but get this interval done. Come on team, tidy this up. We're finishing strong. We got this class finished just about. Take it up to that timer. Listen for that bell. There it is. Fanfare at the end. All right, stretch it out. Well done team. All right, I told you it was a hard working circuit. Full of fun. Right, roll over. Let me just check what time it is. It's 1 minute past 8. So I'm going to bring this up to standing. I'm going to shake out the arms. Team, spend a bit of time now stretching now that you're warm. Rehydrate well. Recover. and we're back in Monday morning, Monday afternoon, lunchtime session, 1 o'clock from here. All right, so Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock, and then Wednesday, Friday, 7:30. Right, that's next week. Kudos for getting this week done. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the other side on Monday. See you there.